Hi everybody and welcome to another SciCraft episode. So we finally updated 1.12 and I want to start the episode by expanding our main storage system. So here we have a slot for every stackable item in the game, and the amount of new items that got added was too much for the amount of empty slots we have left here, so we've reserved this for future updates. And yeah, now it's not enough, so we need to expand this. We've still some little bit space left here, and I can just move this part further outside. So the items would go back and forth. First the top row of chests gets checked. If the item can go to the chest, then the second row, third row, fourth row. And the amount of time it takes for the items to pass through all of those lanes is still under the 5-minute mark, so there's no issue at all. We could make this twice as large and the items wouldn't still despawn. Okay, so I'll get started. Look at that. So at some point we used dragon eggs to align the items to have the same size as an ender chest, and at some point back in 1.8 when we built this, we didn't have any obsidian for ender chests, so we used those dragon eggs to be duped somehow to align the items. And yeah, now we could also use normal chests to align the items, but it wasn't possible back in 1.8. Okay, so let's remove those. I'll just quickly disable the water stream, get a piston, and push them over. Okay, the first one. And the second one. That's also interesting. So we didn't know it better back then. In 1.8 we put furnaces on top of hoppers because we thought this would increase the performance. But actually turns out it's actually detrimental. The only way you could improve the performance a little bit is by putting droppers on top. But this only helps if there are entities or items inside of the same chunk as the hopper. Otherwise, it's basically the same. So I did some tests recently with 10,000 hoppers, did a lag test. It's the same if you have droppers on top or no droppers on top. If there are no items, if there are items, then it's better if you have droppers on top. And in most cases, it's not better if you have furnaces. So I decided to expand it by 8 more chests on each side. So we have in total 64 more slots. It's definitely enough for this update and hopefully 1 or 2 more. If they would ever add stairs and slabs, of course, for everything, then we have a problem. Oh boy, as always, I really underestimated the effort for this little project here. Thought it would be done in no time, but it's actually quite a lot of work if you look at this. Nobody knew that storage systems are so complicated. So at the moment I'm just filling up here those slots with iron nuggets. So nothing gets picked up. And once I define the slots, I just take out the first nugget and put in the corresponding item. But yeah, I thought it would take me like 20 minutes, but it's probably more like 2 hours now. Alright, so it wasn't quite 2 hours, but it took me a long time to finish this one. So the storage is expanded, we have enough space for the new items now. So now I also can finally clear my inventory again and just put everything into the storage system. Still have the shulker box input system here. The shulker box gets broken once a certain threshold is reached. But we also have a shulker box input system here. So here you can see we couldn't use the storage for a while. Some shulker boxes kept piling up. Also I need the new items. So I'll take 1 stack of each colored terracotta, not clay, and smelt it. We also have a new furnace array now. TDL has been building it. It's a normal, I think 20 furnace system. Just here it spawns something small. If you ever need small amounts of items. So almost got all the items. And the last one. So I'll just put it into the furnace array here and smelt this up. For the clay, of course, I could use, not the clay, the concrete. I could use a duper, of course, but I think I'll just craft a stack of each color with normal sand and gravel. So this furnace array is a normal minecart system. Minecart would pick up the items here and distribute it to the furnaces. Pretty much standard design, there's nothing too special about it. Yeah, all the items, all the furnaces turn on at the same time, which is a quite nice feature. Found another bug, so apparently red is the only concrete powder color that isn't in the crafting book. So everything worked. So I could use a different color, and then you could select the corresponding concrete powder, but not the red one. Weird. Okay, so in order to turn a stack of each concrete powder color into concrete, I'll just build up a quick system over there. So I need some water, then place the concrete on top of this block. Yeah, power the stone block here. I have a dust there, which powers a dropper. Okay, this should actually work. Let's fill it up. So now we need to hold down right and left. I guess the pickaxe in the main hand. And this should do it. Yeah, perfect. Oh, I haven't really thought this through. Of course, the items that I pick up are never sent to the offhand. So you need a main hand system with an automatic block breaking if you want to work with different colors, I guess. Yeah, I made one a while ago, but it's actually too much effort to build this up now. I also plan to build a fully automatic system anyway, which would produce 100,000 concrete blocks per hour. So I'll just do it manually, and this is actually not, yeah, useful. I just need the water and the pickaxe. Wow, that manual work was quite tedious, I can't believe it. Really used to automatic systems. Anyway, let's pick up our terracotta. Should be smelted by now. And something's not right. Okay, it seems like TDL's furnace array has some issues. Put in a stack of each. Okay, it seems like a lot of the items got stuck here. Yeah, so what to do is probably can't use this one. Maybe TDL will fix it. I'll just bring everything to the furnace array at spawn probably and smelt it there. I just remembered that I wanted to rework the furnace array at spawn as well, and it's not working at the moment, so we have to improvise. Let's just build up something like this. For a few items, this should be good. Alright, so all the new 1.12 blocks have been added to the sorting system. Of course, we don't have a lot yet. I'm working on a concrete powder and concrete farm. Yeah, it has a high priority. Probably in the next episode I'll start doing that, because I also need the concrete for the Patreon status that I want to build out of concrete. Also, I'm not too happy anymore with this complete sorting system or main storage system. It's a bit outdated. The redstone on the back is not really what I like, and it also doesn't have any shulker box functionality. So what I have to do all the time is, once those chests are filled up, like for the dirt here, I have to grab a shulker box and put the items in manually just to make some space, which is kind of annoying because I do it all the time. And I would like to have at least a bulk storage for some of the blocks, of course not for jukeboxes or whatever. But yeah, I don't see really a possibility to adjust this old system now that we can add a bulk shulker box system. So at some point, not in the near future, we probably will build a new main storage with all the new features. Should also be a little bit more lag friendly, because in the back we use a dropper hopper combo to lock the sorting system, which is of course not perfect because it adds a lot of extra droppers, but at that time in back in 1.8 was the only way to fix the system, and yeah, we had to go for this. Alright, so at some point I will build a new one. Alright, so there's also a lot of work I did between the episodes together with methods. That's also the reason why the shulker boxes are piled up. We couldn't use the storage system here, because the chunk loading system was completely redone. So that's always a little bit abstract, those chunk loading systems and so on. And that's why I did it between the episodes. Probably also not that exciting to watch, but it's super important for the server, because nobody really wants to AFK at the storage system here just for items to be sorted. Yeah, but it's been completely redone, so I can break those shulker boxes and put it into the sorting system. So this will be running a while. So let's just put it in here, this box, and then let's take a look at the chunk loading system. So this is the chunk loading grid under the main storage. It covers about 200 by 100 blocks. Because we needed entity loading chunks for the sorting system, because the items are entities, and in order to get anti-processing chunks, you need to load 2 chunks on each side. So what we redid here was especially those instant repeaters. So the chunk loading system gets disabled at the same time. So those hoppers just get powered. This disables the chunk loading. And yeah, there was an issue with those instant repeaters. So while chunks reload and pistons are still doing work, then there's a chance that blocks, in this case those redstone blocks, get deleted or duplicated. So we haven't found a way yet to do this reliably, but we could simulate it in a creative world. So yeah, every 45 seconds there's this auto chunk unloading, and if it happens that the instant repeaters activate while this unloading happens, then there's a chance that blocks get lost or duplicated. And from our testing, it was more likely that this happens on chunk borders, so that's why we moved all of those instant repeaters away from the chunk borders. As you can see here, they are all now, inside of the chunks, especially the moving blocks. So this was kind of important. And we also did the loading grid is no longer directly attached to the spawn chunks, so there's no hopper line going there anymore, because we built a perma loader. So that's what we want to take a look at next. Okay, now with the spawn chunks again, I want to show you the perma loader system. In the last episode I showed you how we removed all the blocks below the spawn chunks, and we've also sealed it again. So this was mostly done by TDL. We have a cover of iron blocks with ice on top again, so you don't even notice that all the blocks below are dug out. And so now let's head downstairs. We built a new 3x3 elevator here. Go downstairs. It's a flying machine elevator. I don't think I've shown this yet in a redstone or tutorial video. Of course, if you have an odd number of blocks, then a 2x2 elevator doesn't fit in there. That's where you need a 3x3 elevator. It's quite similar, but not the same as a 2x2 elevator, so I might also make a tutorial on this one. Also got some requests already from people that wanted a 3x3 elevator. Okay, so here you can see we dug out all the blocks, and this will be a control room. So just build some boring looking blocks around it. Wouldn't be really exciting, just a control room. And here we have control over all the chunk loading systems. Nothing is hooked up yet, so I just started working on this. So we will have the portal clock. We can enable it from here. It keeps the overworld and nether loaded. We also want to add something to keep the end dimension loaded by shooting an item through an end portal every 15 seconds. Permaloader. That's what I want to show you next. And some hopper grids that will be added. So main storage, definitely Sandtuber, maybe Sandtuber 2. So we can have 2 running at the same time, furnace ray, and so on. Okay, let's drink some night vision. Okay. So here in the back at the moment is the instant repeater line coming in from the main storage. So every time we activate the main storage by just putting in some items, then this instant repeater line at the moment turns on the perma loader, which is at -2k, -2k. So we're approximately at 0, here at spawn, and that's what we basically did all week. We dug a tunnel to 2k, 2k. Let's head over there. Maybe make a quick time lapse because you can see the scale of this tunnel. It's really 4,000 blocks long. We dug it out 3 high. So we can fly. Got it. Okay, so as you can see, this is a massive tunnel. It took us all week to dig this and make the instant repeater line here. And this is the perma loader here. So the idea is that the chunks on a void diagonal have a higher priority to be unloaded by the cycle, and this way we can keep other chunks loaded 100% of the time, which is kind of important. So yeah, if you're interested in, I've already talked about this. If you're interested in detail how this works, I can link you gnembon's video in the video description. So this is of course a little bit abstract, but it's super important for the server, and that's why we spend so much time on doing those systems. Maybe I should also mention why we built this at -2k and not closer. For example, you could build it directly next to the spawn chunks. So the reason is that if a player accidentally goes to the area and unloads chunks with the normal player movement that happens, then important systems could break. For example, we had this issue with the sand tubing system, that if a player goes to spawn, there's a very good chance that he would break the running sand tuber. And since we built this now at -2k, where there's basically nothing around here, nobody has a reason to go there, so we avoid those issues, so everybody can go to the spawn chunks and doesn't have to pay attention to any systems running. But that's why we built it so far away. So we built a 3x3 tunnel here. The reason is that if something goes wrong, there's a very small chance that one of those instant repeaters can break. With the 3x3 tunnel, we can easily fly there, as you can see here. So it's easy to check if anything goes wrong, block gets missing or gets duplicated. Another option would have been to make an ice tunnel, but placing ice also is even more effort, and who knows if the boats in ice is considered a bug and might be fixed at some point. I don't think rocket flying will be fixed. There's something else I want to show you I've been working on in the last week. I completely renovated the storage system at our Guardian farm. So there were two reasons why we did this. The first reason was that we had a lot of loaded hoppers on chunk borders that perma-loaded some of the chunks here, which was detrimental, of course, for the server performance, because those chunks were loaded all the time. There were a lot of hoppers in it, also some gas, so this wasn't great. That's why I completely redid the system. I also paid attention that we don't have a lot of hoppers and chunk borders, which are filled. It's not completely avoidable, but it doesn't at least perma-load the area anymore. And the second reason was the old system was, of course, really outdated because we didn't have any shulker boxes. Basically, it just had a wall of chests here where the fish drops and shards and crystals got sorted. That was it. And now we have this super nice shulker box crafting system here in our back. So all the items are put into shulker boxes. We get crystals, shards, and since 1.12 there were some changes to flowing water. Now we also get a lot of squid ink. The fish drops are still sorted in here, not in shulker boxes because we don't get a lot of those. And this is a super nice crafting system. So every time a box is empty, a new one is dispensed. Same goes for the shards. It's super convenient to take it out. Then with the new crafting, it's also very fast to craft those new blocks. So it's almost as fast as a crafting script now. You can easily put it in here. Of course, those shulker boxes also will be broken once they're completely filled up and then put into the storage system here. So we have about 25 shulker boxes of dark prismarine yet, some sea lanterns and prismarine blocks. That is really convenient. Also can quickly craft some sea lanterns. So we need 16 shards. The only thing is a little bit inconvenient, if you shift click the items out of it, you always hold one of those shards in your hand, and the shulker box gets broken so fast sometimes that it just throws the items on the ground. So I have to pay attention to it like this, but it could slow it down maybe, but I think it's fine. So let's craft some sea lanterns. Oh, this was such a pain back at 1.11 where I had to sort everything into the correct order. This is so much better now. Of course, I would still prefer an auto crafting block because it's still tedious to craft all those blocks, but it's fine this way. So those lamps here indicate how many double chests are filled with shulker boxes of the corresponding items. So we have one double chest filled with shards, and definitely one filled, and I don't know how much of the second double chest is filled of crystals. There's no indicator for squidding, so because I added the system later and there wasn't any space left. Here we have a system to craft new empty shulker boxes, but this is still need a script because it's a bit tedious. So can't really use the script now in full screen mode. Basically just craft the empty shulker boxes in here, put it into this chest, and then it gets sent to the empty shulker box storage, which is connected to all of those systems here where we need empty shulker boxes. This lamp also indicates once the storage is completely filled up with empty shulker boxes, so the lamp goes on, and also locks the hopper below this double chest here. Okay, now that I've shown you everything from the inside, I'll also show you the redstone from the outside and how everything works or is connected. Okay, so I put myself into spectator mode to show the farm working, and the first change you will notice is that the guardians now actively hunt the squid and also fight downwards draft in order to kill the squid. So there's another one. So previously all guardians would fall down immediately and didn't have any time to kill squids, but now, maybe you can see it in the middle here. Now if they notice the squids, they will start shooting them and killing them. So that's why we get a lot of squid ink now, because the guardians have enough time to kill them. And there's also a reason why the guardian farm is a little bit slower, because of course the mob cap is occupied with the guardians that fight the squid. So the rate's a little bit lower now. So now let's take a look at the unloading system. So the drops are just picked up by hopper minecarts and put into the unloading system here. So this is the normal hopper minecart unloading system. Then here those two streams merging, and the other stream of the manual farm, we also have a manual XP farm in the middle here, is merging here. This goes an item elevator. Here we sort out the fish drops. So you get those from manual killing the guardians. You don't care about the normal fish, it's just getting destroyed at some point. Here we have another item elevator. Inside of the item elevator we have another item filter where we filter out the squid ink. So that was the only way to squeeze it in. And top, everything is put into the shulker box which is left. So the shards and the crystals and the fish is destroyed by the cactus. It's not really needed. So everything is put into shulker boxes here. Once they fill up, they're put into the storage system here. We have the prismarine shards. Then here we have the empty shulker box system that keeps the system here stocked up. Also the one over there. So this is the system where we put in the crafted blocks. And there's also the safety measure. So if all of those 5 double chests are filled up here with the crystals and shards, then we take an out. Where is it? A little bit of a chaos. Then we take an output from this hopper here, which locks all the filters. But it's just the overflow protection, otherwise we would waste a lot of shulker boxes. The empty shulker boxes that we get here when we take out the shards and crystals also put back into the empty shulker box storage. So they're picked up by the hopper here, shot out by the dropper, go into this water stream, and are put into the empty shulker box system. Also the shulker box crafting system is also hooked up to the same water stream, and once this chest is partially filled up, I think halfway, then the system activates and locks the hopper below this double chest and also turns on this redstone lamp. So that's the whole system. It's really convenient, and definitely was worth it to renovate this. Okay, this is it for this episode. In the next one we will build the crazy fully automatic concrete farm in the end dimension that will produce 108,000 concrete blocks per hour. Will be awesome. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.